Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for this week. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for doing that for me. And also thank you in all the ways that you love on this channel. Those of you who are always here and in the comments and supportive and even on the sidelines, just with the thumbs up and the emoticons you leave in the comments. I love it all. I love to be in the comments, so I hope that you will love to be there as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. So this video comes out once a week, either on a Monday or a Tuesday, and it is for a week. It is for this week, in fact. So all the other readings that I do for the single signs, those readings are always for the week ahead, whenever you find them. But this one will always be for the current week that you're in. So let's start to read. And what I do is I read from Aries to Pisces. If you're brand new, welcome, welcome. By the way, I do more than just talk. Promise. So I am here to do a reading for all the signs from Aries to Pisces. I will mark everything down below in the description, so you can just scroll this video to find what you need. But please, please, please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You don't know what's going on if you're just watching your personality. You already know that. So what makes you a different sun sign than all the rest of the people that are your sun sign? That is your moon and your rising. So the very minimum you should have at hand is sun, moon, and rising. Natal charts are free everywhere. All right, here we go. We are going to start with Aries, of course. Aries leads us in, right? Aries, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's figure it out for you, my friend. What's coming up for you this week? Aries, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries. What's coming up this week for Aries, please? Aries. All right, what it is what it is. They all fell out upside down. Yeah. All right, so we've got the Seven of Wands. I mean, I don't mind that being in the reverse in your reading. Honestly, it's about being a little bit more flexible, being less defensive. It's about being a little more go with the flow, a little bit less of maybe being the leader, but allowing people to follow in the way that they want to follow. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and we also have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Look, I think what's going on here is you've been healing. And I think that as you've been healing, Aries, that you're becoming more flexible, that you're having sort of, realizations about why things broke down. It could have included a third party. Maybe it didn't. But for some of you, it probably did. I feel like you are healing from that. So whoever introduced the third party, and I don't always mean a person. It doesn't always have to be a person. It could be a job. It could be addiction, that kind of thing. So it feels like you are healing from a situation which was previously really disappointing or heartbreaking, and something that didn't work out the way you wished it would have worked out. I feel like you're in this healing place, you're understanding, because these are both sort of actions that, they are, how can I say, symptoms of healing. Symptoms of healing is consequently you end up being a little more relaxed. You end up being a little more understanding and less to react and more to respond. Nine of Cups in the reverse tells me that you're wondering, though, if you're ever going to find love. I feel as though, that's probably why you were heartbroken and feeling very defensive, like you had to jump to your own defense. It feels like whatever it was that you were in, or possibly that you're in right now, because it's this week, the Nine of Cups indicates that, no, I realize now that this was not the place that I was supposed to be. This is not my happiness. I wanted it to be, and so I, place that label on it. Y'all know how I hate labels. Place that label on it. You treat it as such. Just want to challenge you. Go outside. Look at a tree. And I want you to erase the word tree from your mind and try and find other ways to describe what that thing is, and you will appreciate it way more, because it smells good and it has a beautiful texture and it gives life. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to encourage you to do that, to not label. Because sometimes that's how we end up in a relationship that crashes and burns, because we label them as twin flame or label them as soulmate, or you know what I mean? Yeah, we don't let it organically tell us what it wants to be. We decide it and we label it and treat it as such. Okay, we've got the 9 of Swords in the reverse. We've got the 4 of Wands. So it is some type of relationship we're talking about, Aries. Oof. I feel like you just can't worry about that anymore. It feels like you've been in the service of others, everyone else, like staying in a relationship for someone else so you didn't hurt their heart. Being in a job you hated because they depended on you and you were the subject matter expert. I feel like that sometimes you go into the automatic sacrificing yourself for others mode. And I feel as though by the time you realize you've done that things are just not working out the way you wanted them to. And I think that you're wondering if you're ever going to find a time where you're not defensive. I think it's coming, where you're not defensive about entering into a new relationship and really looking at it for what it is, because you don't want to end up in the 9 of Cups in the reverse again. I feel like you're wondering, can I really ever have like a marriage, or can I live with somebody, or whatever it is? Can I ever be happy in that? I think you used to worry about that, but I want to say that since the healing has come, I think you worry about it less. I think it may cross your mind, but you're not obsessively thinking about it. We have the Queen of Wands. Aries, you could be the Queen of Wands, masculine or feminine. The Queen of Wands to me is feminine leaning. So whether you're masculine or feminine, this could be you. The Queen of Wands is someone who makes up their own mind. This person will take information under advisement, but is going to do what they want for themselves in the end. Look, the Queen of Wands sits on the throne in spite of what she's come through, she or he, masculine or feminine. And this person has come through a lot. They've earned their spot, as they feel. They earned their spot on the throne. Because nothing stopped them from getting there. They never let anything stop them from getting there. I want to say that you're thinking about, if this is something that's already broken up, whatever this 3 of Swords is, you're thinking about it less and less. I want to say. I feel like you're ready to let it go, or you're trying to let it go. Let go of the thought of whatever this, it feels like a house or a home, whatever this was. I feel as though you have to move on from that. And I think you are, because the 9 of Swords is in the reverse. Yeah, it does feel like healing. I want you to be patient with yourself, I think, Aries, because I feel as though you think that you're never going to have this again, but you will. Yeah, the overwhelming feeling of, I'm just going to have to go through this all over again. Like, it's like you've left something that broke your heart that wasn't for you, and you take action to move forward, and you're like, I'm just going to have to go through all this again. Yeah, it feels like you feel like there's just so much competition, and it's really overwhelming to make conversation with people that you don't really know. The Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Cups. Wow. You're thinking of going back somewhere. I think it's been on your mind lately. The Wheel of Fortune is here to say this is the time. If you're thinking of going back somewhere, going back to somewhere, I'm going to say wherever you left, that you might have left the 2 cups there and didn't realize it. I feel like maybe you could have pulled away or disconnected without the intent of really being like completely disconnected. But I think that the 8 of Cups is telling me that you went off to look for something else. You went off to look for the 2 cups, but I don't think that you realized that they were back there. Yeah, so I think you still wander. I think you're not going to be wandering for long, though. I want to say that the 8 of Cups is also about, it's not about just pulling away and being disconnected, but it's also going out there to search for something that's better for you. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and it says that there's beautiful things coming. This is the moment of truth. It's like a moment of alchemy, and it's the only moment that is right for you to either go back to the place that you think that the Two Cups was at, or to pull away from something so you can go find those Two Cups. The truth is, you're always going to have to go through this stuff, right? You're always going to have to go through the uncomfortable conversation. You're going to be put in the pot with all these other people who are in competition for somebody's attention. And it doesn't feel good, I get it, but I want to say that things are getting easier, because when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it's a fated move. We're moving forward for reasons of divine timing. It's the right time. So I'm getting from this that some of you that have disconnected from a situation, that you're thinking about that situation in a Two of Cups respect, that you want to go back to find the Two Cups because the Wheel of Fortune is prompting you to do that. These fated changes that are coming. For some of you, the fated changes are you're pulling away or disconnecting from someone to go find those Two Cups that you've always wanted. And for others of you, I feel like you are taking action to maybe get out and date again. Yeah, so you can go find the Two Cups. So some of you, I think, are going back somewhere to find the Two Cups, and others of you, the Wheel of Fortune is just pushing you ahead for other opportunities. I kind of like it. We've got the Ten of Swords, something that's come to an end. Okay. So something has come to an end. Look, I think that it's either coming to an end or it has already come to an end. Maybe you don't see it coming. The moon is here, but we have Seven Swords. There's going to be some sort of a something that's untrue, or something you didn't know that's being concealed from you. It is a lie, or it's a truth that you didn't know was hiding in the moon energy. Somebody's concealing it for a reason. They're concealing the fact that they have Two Cups for you. So the end does come here. Someone else has Two Cups for you, Aries, but you don't know it because you don't see it. You don't see it, Aries. Why can't you see it? Look, I think you want to talk to someone. This all kind of points to somebody that you are thinking about, that's on your mind a lot lately. Six of Wands, because you want victory. You don't see it coming. Someone has been concealing the Two of Cups from you, or you've been concealing them from someone else. Could be someone who is Leo, somebody who wants a victory, but we do have the moon energy here, which is Pisces and Cancer. We have Queen of Wands, who is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Why is this being concealed from you? Tell me more. Because of the Knight of Wands. Because you think that this person, Aries, just wanted you for one thing, and it's not the truth. The truth is they wanted to build something brand new with you. Brand new. Yep, the artists. They wanted to paint a new world with you. All right. Aries, I could read that forever, but I'm going to leave that with you. That is sort of what's coming up in this particular week. If you are someone who has been thinking about another person, I think it's for a reason. Yep, here we go. All right. Taurus, here we are. This is you, your sneak peek for this week, Taurus, and Moon rising, Venus and Jupiter. My Taurus friends, if you are interested in a private read, please look in the description. You will find the link to Wizio, which is the only place that you can book me. Thank you so much for all of you that do that. It's been a really beautiful time these last few years getting to know you. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. This is for you, Taurus. For this week, sneak peek for this week for Taurus, please. The Bull Gang, my Bull Gang. I'm also a Taurus sun. Taurus, we have the Chariot, which is in the reverse. And we got you right on the bottom of the deck. There you are. Yeah, Taurus and Libra. Some of you are the Empress, right? Now, the Empress, of course, has a criteria. She has the energy and the lessons of all the queens. And sometimes those lessons are not, learned until you're kind of in and around maybe your 40s-ish. Some of you, it can happen sooner, of course. But the Empress is someone who is very balanced in her energy, as per her signs, right? Very loyal, very dependable. This person loves to create. She's very creative because she's also Libra. She has a wild, creative imagination, and she's always growing something, right? Something that's abundant. Like her abundance, whoever is the friend or the person who is around the Empress can't help but flourish. That's the kind of energy it is. Makes everything around her grow. So we have the Empress, who is in the Four of Cups right now, waiting on a Page of Cups. Waiting for some sort of a message or new love. Isn't that curious? Either way, here we are, stuck. Womp womp. Yep. Hurry up and wait. Here we are. Nobody doing nothing. No one's going nowhere. Tell me what's going on here. Taurus, please. Woo, for this week. Yikes. Okay. Well, I'm going to put that one back because we don't see it yet. I'll put this one here. Let's get these ones here. All right, what's going on here? Wow. There you go. Now you know why things are at a dead halt here. The Emperor is in the reverse. The one who is supposed to be taking the action is in the reverse. And remorsefully so. Feeling badly about something that's gone on in the past because the Emperor is looking into the past. There's been no communication, no connection between you and the Emperor. Things are at a dead halt. I feel like you moved on from this person who I believe is also part of your past. I think that there is a disconnect with the Emperor as we go into the future because the Emperor is, I think, looking at things from another perspective because it's kind of given me hangman vibes. Yeah, I feel like the Emperor, who is Aries, by the way, but also all of the kings, understand. The Chariot here is Cancer. I feel like the Emperor in the reverse is telling me that, first of all, I don't give the Emperor a bad rap. Everybody has a bad day, even an Emperor, right? And we can always all of us at any time can get in a position, even if you are the Emperor, where you get yourself in a bit of a tailspin and you end up being in the reverse because of whatever is going on in your life. Maybe it's the King of Swords and you're not feeling logical and you're giving it to this one and that one and that one. You know what? Maybe it's the King of Wands. You can't take action on something. So I always think that it's a lesson that needs to be learned. And even if we're in that energy, we're always learning new lessons about the energy that we're in. So the Emperor, I feel, is in the reverse because of regret, but also because they're not taking action or because there is some sort of something going on with them where they're not able to feel complete enough to move along. So I think you did everybody a favor here, and I feel like you did move along. I feel like you cut the chaos and you went to the calm, and the calm was, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not saying a thing. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in my lane. You stay over there. I'll stay over here. Because it does feel like this is the Emperor's energy, and this feels like it's yours. So the Emperor, like I said, is Aries, but is also all of the kings, right? So, I'm a bit too hung up on the signs. Feminine or masculine? The Emperor to me is masculine leaning, but also has feminine energy. We all do. People's, plants, and animals, we all have masculine and feminine energy. That's why I don't understand why people are always hung up on the body parts. It's all about energy. And even if you like their body parts, there's no guarantee you're even going to get along because of your energies. The energy is the final word. Oh, the final word. And I flipped the world card. Very interesting. Oh, look at that. Somebody wants to have the final word, I think. It's probably the Emperor. I'm just saying. I think you both do, actually. I think, you know what? I think you close the chapter here and the world card shows up. You could be dealing with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. I feel like you have been completely silent with the Emperor. I feel like you cut it. You moved on. Maybe the Emperor was in reverse and you moved on. I'm going to say that the Emperor's still in reverse. I'm just going to say to you, it's not like anything much has changed, except now the Emperor is realizing the Emperor's in reverse. And now they're starting to have a little bit of regret or sadness about things that happened in the past. They know that you're just keeping silent from them. I know that you closed the chapter. I think that the Emperor is not used to others closing the chapter on him or her. I don't think they're used to it because they're the ones that are in charge. They're the conqueror. People do what they say. And that could also be a reason why the Emperor's in the reverse, in astonishment, taking stock. how could I let somebody slam the door in my face? I'm the Emperor. So it sounds like a little bit of ego, which tells me that it could be the King of Wands that's in the reverse. So we have the World card here. Yeah, it feels like you slammed the door and the Emperor didn't have any choice but to be here. And I think that's where you left them, honestly. Yeah. Well, I think that you're probably going to get communication from this Emperor, by the way, because we do have, after a long while, after some growing and nurturing of self and Pentacle World, yeah, it's been a long time waiting. For some of you, it's been years, but we do have the Page of Wands, which is the messenger. Somebody wants to drop their burdens. When they do contact you, Taurus, it's going to cause a tower. They're going to be very honest with you. They want to have a conversation. They want to reopen the door on something here. Somebody wants to have a conversation about something. All right. Tell me more about this Emperor, please, for Taurus for this week, please. What is the Emperor's move for this week, please? What is the Emperor's move? And understand you could be the Emperor as well, right? Because the Emperor is the King of Pentacles as well, who is Taurus, right? My windows are open, so you're about to hear some sirens going by. Okay, so we have love. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what it is. I feel like this Emperor knows they have to go back. That's what it looks like. It looks like the door was slammed. The Emperor didn't like it. The Emperor wants to go back and look for the Two of Cups. Look, we can't say it any clearer than that. Walked away. There it is. The Emperor knows where the Two of Cups is at. Knows they got to go back for it. So they've been off looking for the Two of Cups when they didn't realize the Two of Cups was with you. So now they're going to have to double back. And it's been a long, long while since you spoke with this person. Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. And since then, boy, have you grown. Look at you, all Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're looking great, confident. There is all kinds of abundance around you. You are beautiful or handsome. You're really taking care of yourself. And we have the Five of Wands. It feels as though you welcome competition, I want to say. You really welcome the competition. And I feel as though that you are hesitating. You are hesitating to move forward or contact this person because you know that it's the ball's in their court. What you don't see is that there probably is going to be communication here. We have Six Pentacles. Yep, somebody wants to give you reciprocity. So it feels like you don't see it coming. There is some sort of somebody who wants to tell you their side and have the victory in that. And that kind of sounds like an Emperor to me. All right, Taurus, it gets curiouser and curiouser. We will see what happens during the week, right? All right, here we go, Gemini. This is you, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We are looking at Gemini. Thank you for your cross-watching. I appreciate you. Here we are. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the sneak peek for this week, please. Tell me what's going on with Gemini this week. All right, possibly taking some inspired action this week. The Queen of Cups is in the reverse. To me, the Queen of Cups in the reverse is unsure of her feelings. I say her because there's a woman on the card. Please understand we're not reading body parts, we're reading energies. So I feel like the Queen of Cups is feminine leaning with also a masculine energy, as we all have it, right? The Queen of Cups, though, when she shows up in the reverse for me, is someone who is depleted, is feeling depleted. Someone who's given away too much, because the Queen on her own, not having the other energies to rely on, the other queens, the Queen of Wands, Swords, and Pentacles, is in danger of depleting, because this Queen doesn't really learn the lesson of drinking for herself first right away. She's going to get depleted. It's the Queen of Wands who will show her to drink before she gives to others. So I want to say that somebody here is feeling a little bit depleted in their energy, but is wanting to take inspired action, maybe feeling not necessarily as optimistic about the heart space as you might. We've got the King of Wands and Temperance. We've got Sagittarius energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, I want to say that the fact that you're feeling exhausted or depleted, maybe even socially or emotionally, like some people don't realize they have, you know, this ability to be empathic, or their energy, kind of everyone else's energy sticks to you. And it feels like you're just feeling like you can't take inspired action right now. You're waiting for the healing. You're waiting for more balance. You're waiting for the perfect moment. I think you're listening to the universe. And so there is something you want to take action on, but you're not doing that right now. There we go. It's because you're in hermit mode. I feel like you're healing because you're feeling depleted, of emotion. So it feels like either something's happened in your life that's taken a lot out of you, or you still haven't quite learned the lesson of the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all, you know, she's all loving and kind and a beautiful parent and a great friend and all of that. So she gives all herself away to all of those people like that. But when she's in the upright, she knows to recharge with the universe. So, in the reverse, it feels like you've been feeling too depleted and possibly feeling sort of unwell in the heart space, I want to say. The Hermit is here, and that's telling me that you are... That's the reason for Temperance, I think. That Temperance is here, the universe is intervening, right? These are major arcana cards. Then when the majors show up, it's always something that you can expect to come at you, and you can either react or respond. That's up to you. But I feel like what you're doing here is responding to Temperance. Yeah. I feel like you're trying to heal so you can take this inspired action that you've been thinking about while you're in hermit mode. I think it's because you want to go on this new path of love here. It's kind of beautiful. Oh yes, fire and water, Charlie says, is Temperance. Waiting for the moment, the perfect moment, right? There we go. Somebody's going in for all of it. So I feel like, Gemini, that you are someone who is currently healing. You're in hermit mode. I feel like you're going over the self. I feel like you're getting some wisdom. I feel like you're learning a lot of things about you. And one of the things I feel that you've learned is that you really do want love. You really do want something long-lasting or abundant, and, you know, something that will give you comfort, whether that's a relationship or a lot of money or a great job or whatever that is to you. But I feel like you're ready to go on this Ace of Cups here. You're ready to go on this journey here. Now, Temperance carries 2 cups, and there's 1 cup here. So, I'm going to say that there's some sort of reunion, I think, that you want, or that is on the table, literally and maybe figuratively, right? Why are you feeling depleted, Gemini? Oh, interesting. Because of the 5 of Cups, you have some sort of regret here, Gemini. What sorts of regrets do you have here? I think that's why you're in hermit mode. You're trying to reconcile these regrets that you have, the sadness from the past. Because you saw this person's worth, Gemini, but you didn't say so. You ended a chapter with someone who you did recognize was all 9 pentacles. Someone you did recognize their worth. You saw who they were. You saw that they were balanced and beautiful and confident and maybe a business owner doing their own thing. You have regrets that the chapter has closed between you. So one of you slammed the door here. There's a World card. And so it's, it's lessons. You've learned some lessons since you have departed, I feel, from whomever it was that you are thinking about here. It feels like regret about the 9 pentacles and the world. You had to let the door close. Why did you have to let the door close? Oh, the Emperor was in the reverse. Interesting energy. So you could be the Emperor. Possibly the person you're dealing with is an Emperor. Got a lot of signs that have come up here. The Emperor is Aries. Also all the kings, be aware of that. And the World card is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Virgo energy here. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Sagittarius energy here. So what I want to say is you had to close the door because there was something going on in your life that you just could not share. Yeah, there was something deeply personal going on in your life at the time. And although you saw the abundance, you saw the worth in someone that was in your past. You saw their worth, but you had to close the door because the Emperor was in the reverse. You had to get some things together. You had to collect yourself. Something was going on. Something was deeply impacting you. What was going on, please, with the Emperor? Why is the Emperor in reverse? You're very defensive. Something was going on that was causing you to feel very defensive. You weren't getting any reciprocity in your life, I believe. That might be what was going on. It was a lot to do with the burdens of money, which was interesting, and possibly a divorce. Justice is here. So it was something you had invested in that became very burdensome. Justice is here. The only way that you could get justice is by getting out of there. And I think that you were in that mess, I feel, when this person arrived, or when they were in your life at the time. I feel like you were otherwise occupied and you couldn't figure it out. Tell me why we have the Ace of Cups in the future. Because you want to have a reunion with someone who you've been dying to have an adventure with. Someone that you know has healed, someone that you know that will respect your healing. And the Four of Swords tells me that you do just that. But Four of Swords to me, that's sort of a daily or, weekly healing. Like you're always keeping on top of it. And I feel like it's going to cause you to get out there and find out if there can be anything that can happen here with this other person. I think that you are taking action this week. That's what it looks like. To maybe contact somebody who you've been thinking about, who you might want to have give that Ace of Cups to. All right, here we go, Cancer. This is you. How are you, Cancer? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. And if you're a cross watcher, thank you, thank you. Here we go. If you're interested in a private read, by the way, please look below in the description. There's a link to Wizio. It's the only place you can book me. All the pricing is there. Tell me about Cancer for this week, please. Sneak peek for this week for Cancer. Cancer for this week, please. What we got? Ooh, well, that's not a bad way for you to start your week, is it? Some sort of new path is opening for you here, which is going to prove to be quite abundant. It's yeah, could possibly be something that's life-changing. Wow, whoa. Okay, my friend, here it comes. I think there's going to be some sort of abundance dropped on you this week. That's what it looks like. You know what I just saw? I'm clairvoyant, and my guide Charlie is always giving me things to look at, right, while I'm doing the readings. And what I just saw was, for those of you who are old enough to know who the coyote and the roadrunner were, I just saw a boulder fall off a cliff onto the coyote. Like it feels like this is like, wow, like boulders worth of great energy that is going to affect your pentacle world. Look, I don't just think it's going to be money. It would be very shallow of me to think that it's just money, but this means abundance. Abundance is a big word, covers lots of stuff. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, right? This is divine timing. This is a fated time for your pentacles to blow up, for things in your pentacle world to be amazing. So to do with your home, to do with your house, to do with your finances, and however you make your money. This would be a great time for travel. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that there are big, really great, big, amazing changes coming to your pentacle world. And it's long overdue. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles shows up, right? It's taken so long for you to get to this point, Cancer. I'm really excited for you. I love this energy for you. Fated, divine timing, changes to your Pentacle world are here. You don't see them coming, though. It's going to be a celebratory time. It's a long while since you actually celebrated, but I think that the reason that you haven't really celebrated is because there's 2 pentacles I'm looking at here. One in the hand of the Knight, and this one here, and it feels like you've either been working really hard or working a couple jobs or something like that. Oh, I didn't even notice there are pentacles in the tree too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you haven't been really speaking with anyone. 5 pentacles is about disconnection or feeling like you're on the outside looking in. I think that, I want to say, come the fall time, because this does look like a bit of a fall. Yeah, there's leaves on the ground, brown and green, yellow. That in this fall season here, that you're going to be doing a lot more celebrating than anything else. The moon energy is here. Yeah, it feels like you don't want any more changes. If the universe were to say to you, look, I'm going to give you all these changes, it's going to work out good, maybe not right away, but maybe a month from now, maybe a year from now, are you going to take it? You're going to be, hell no, right? I've had enough lessons, I'm not going to do it. So then the universe doesn't ask. The universe just says, look, it's time. Not waiting for your ass. Let's go, it's time. And that's why you don't see it coming. I think these changes are going to make you nervous. The changes that are coming up in your life are going to somehow feel uneasy or make you nervous, because this is not anything you've ever experienced before. This is a new path that you don't see opening up for you here. What? Look at this, Cancer. Holy smokes. Yeah. And I just reacted that way because I just automatically saw, I don't know, every movie you've ever seen where it shows a terrible earthquake, you know, how it cracks between the roads. That's what I saw. And then I pulled this. That's why I reacted like that. Because it's like you couldn't, when the moon card was here, it's like you can't see it, but you can feel the rumbles, right? And that's when I started to see the road split up there. And then boom, there's the, you know what, there's the tower. And I always say that no matter if you don't like the tower or not, everybody freaks out when it comes up. Maybe not everybody, but you know what I mean, because people don't like change, and that's this indication. But I'm telling you, it's going to be tough, because look, these are both indications of change. This one's going to move you forward, fortunately, and you may not like all the changes that are happening, but I feel like even if you resist the changes, if you choose not to see them because they're in the moon energy, the tower's got your back. And it's not going to be good. It's going to be hard changes. But I think it's going to all lead to celebration, and you've been waiting for this. So please take the changes. I think please be okay with the changes. And it feels like there's going to be change that makes you uncomfortable. Tell me what the change is, please. We've got the 9 of Cups in the reverse. We've got the 4 of Wands. Oof. Cancer, I think there's a situation. We've got the 9 of Cups in the reverse. We've got the 4 of Wands, and we have the Star. I feel as though one of the changes that is coming is, I think that you've been hopeful that somebody that you feel in this energy of the 4 of Wands about, so someone you could see yourself being married to, or someone that you see yourself eventually might move in with them, or something like that. I feel like you're hopeful that as you move forward, that the 9 of Cups might be available to you somehow. The 9 of Cups is in the reverse right now, because I feel like this week the 9 of Cups is in the reverse. Like your feelings is, I really hope that we can have this connection in the 4 of Wands, but I doubt it. That's your feeling right now. I want to say that the universe is doing their part to help you with whatever it is you've been asking for. Even if you choose not to acknowledge the signs and symbols and things that are coming your way and the rumblings in the ground before you see the cracks in the road, I think that the universe is going to come in and just implode stuff, because sometimes we get too close up to the tower and we can't see what's on the other side. So I feel like you have hope that this 4 of Wands is a viable thing, because you pulled away from someone, or someone pulled away from you, the Eight of Cups. And so I feel like that might be something that you're not willing to acknowledge in the moon energy. What is the Tower, please? This week, what is this Tower, please? For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for this week. Oh, it's a realization. It's a realization that you do want to be in love, that you do have love for someone. Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, that you want the whole damn thing. You want the marriage, you want the long-term relationship. Yeah, Justice is here with the Ten of Pentacles. That tells me marriage. Yeah, it's a legal abundance. It's like we share money, we share lives, we share all of that stuff. Celebration is you're going to be with your soulmate. Yeah. I feel like that if you do decide to acknowledge what is in the moon energy, and I don't think at this point you really have a choice, I feel like there is going to be transformation here. And the Six of Swords is here with the Six of Cups. It feels as though we need to leave the chaos and move to the calm. And the only way that you can do that is by transforming yourself and the way that you celebrate and what you celebrate about, and why, maybe looking at why you've held off this celebration for so long. Because it feels like there is somebody that you've known for a very long time, or you have you've commiserated with maybe years. I always see this as long-term a friendship, or that you've known this person since the beginning of time, or maybe you have known them since the beginning of the time. Maybe you grew up with them or something, right? Maybe they lived on your block. There you are. It's all up to you, my friend. Once you find your confidence to move forward, the Emperor is that, if nothing else, is confident and is very exact in the way they execute a plan. And I think that you've been thinking about this for a while. And I think you've been thinking about it too long. And that's why we have the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune here. Look, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to end up with you and a soulmate moving forward together here in transformation. It's going to be a celebratory time, but it's all up to you. You need to have the confidence to be able to put everything in motion. You're the Emperor. It all starts with you. All right. The Emperor is the one that will always stand out front, take charge, lead the charge. Oh, wrong one. Here we are, Leo. This is you. How are you, Leo? Thank you so much for clicking here. And if you're cross-watching, thank you for doing that. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the description. You will find everything you need. A link to Wizio, which is where you can book me and see my pricing. All right, here we go. We're on. It's on like neck bones. There we go. The Hierophant. Hierophant is the teacher. The spiritual teacher is a Taurus, is someone who's very traditional. Doesn't really want to color outside the lines. They're following doctrines, things that they've been indoctrinated to. Someone who isn't likely to change easily because of their belief system, either about themselves or other people. We have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Six of Swords. It feels like you are... this is really interesting. The Page of Pentacles tells me that something is going to materialize in the 3D. The thing that could be materializing in the 3D is something that's been in your gut for a while, that you know that you should do, but you've been avoiding it, or not looking there, or it's too frightful, it's too scary, I don't want to look there. It also could be something that you don't see, or choose not to see, because the Hierophant, being someone who is indoctrinated, will... teach their own perception, right, of whatever they've been indoctrinated to. No, not their own perception. Yeah, Charlie's arguing with me. Sorry, I'm just letting you in on the conversation. Charlie is my guide. Yeah, it's more about agreement. Yeah, agreeing to stay on the path, on this particular path. So slow to change for sure, but I want to say that for some of you, that there is a commitment that's brewing here. There's a commitment brewing with someone that actually walked away from you. Someone who disconnected from you and walked away. They went on to other things. And so did you, right? Six of Swords is here. It feels like there's something in your gut, Leo. It feels like there's something in your gut here that's telling you something, wanting, it's like it's nagging at you. The High Priestess is here. Look, I've always said that Leo is on point as it pertains to their gut. Because Leo is a fixed sign, you move slower than all the fire signs, which is wild because you move pretty fast. But as in terms of really executing a plan, right? You move, some of you who have not learned the lesson yet will move on that impulsively. But those of you who really are the King of Wands know that it has to be inspired action. So you have to really feel it. It has to be in your heart, in your soul. It has to be in your doctrine. So that being said, the Page of Stars tells me, the Page of Pentacles is telling me that something is about to materialize. For some of you, it could be that you can no longer ignore what's in your gut here. That you're trying to ignore it, but your gut is telling you the Hierophant is here. So either there is a lesson to be learned, or this is a person who is a Taurus that's in your life right now, or this Hierophant is also someone who is acting from the higher self, has the keys, teaching spiritually or spiritual things. Spiritual teacher. We've got Cancer energy here. We've got Piscean energy here. Cancer and Pisces is the moon, and Pisces is the High Priestess. Hierophant is Taurus. When the major arcanas show up in your reading, it's for a reason, right? These things are not negotiable. They will come to you and you'll get a chance to respond or react. So what I think is happening for sure is something either with a Taurus, with the higher self, or somebody who is a spiritual teacher. I do believe your gut is telling you that there is a lesson to be had here, or that maybe it is a Taurus or a Pisces or a Cancer that you want to begin again with. There's the Empress. Very interesting energy. Just listening. I want to say that your gut is telling you that the Empress is someone who's special. Someone who is as rare as a daisy, right? They all look the same, but if you look really closely, they all have their own imperfections. It feels as though in your gut, you know that the Empress is the one for you. I feel like that's who you're focused on right now. It's someone who's Taurus or Libra. We have Taurus here. You could be dealing with Taurus, also the water signs that I mentioned here. But the Empress is someone who grows things, people, paths, very creative in how, when you're connected to the Empress, all the people around the Empress bloom as well. That's the abundance of her or him, right? Masculine or feminine. We're not reading body parts here. This Empress is feminine leaning, but also has masculine energy. This we all do. We all have both. So I want to say that although your gut has been telling you that the Page of Pentacles is available and you can open something with this Empress, I feel like you choose not to see it. The moon energy is here. And it feels like you're just trying to disconnect from this feeling in your gut and moving forward. Okay. Tell me what I need to know about the Hierophant, please, for Leo for this week. The Three of Pentacles. You're friends with this person. You know them in your pentacle world. You know them in your life. So whether this is someone that you see all the time or don't have communication with that much, doesn't matter. They're a friend of a friend, or someone that you know as, Three of Pentacles. This is a friend in the real world here. The Knight of Moons tells me you have feelings for this person. The Knight of Moons. Moons in this deck are cups. So we have the Knight of Cups. You have feelings for this person here. And we have the Magician in the reverse, but you're not taking action because you don't feel like you can. You don't feel like you're in charge. It's like you don't feel like you have the aces in hand. Like that you feel like magic is for everybody else, Leo, because you're so straight, right? You're so smart and logical. And I feel like you think that magic is for everybody else. Fuck the pixie dust, right? That doesn't exist. I want to say that maybe the Hierophant and the Empress could be the same person, that the Magician also in the reverse tells me that maybe you feel like it's too good to be true and that you should be very wary, that maybe this person has manipulated your feelings about them. It almost comes down to, can I really trust them? They say they're very spiritual, or that they're very Christian, or whatever the Hierophant is to you, the spiritual teacher. And I think that you look at them and they look beautiful or handsome. The person is balanced. And it's like, nah, bro, I've been taken like this before. But I think that your gut is telling you that this person is the one. Tell me why you are this week not trying to look into the moon energy. I think this week you decide just to disconnect from this person, even though they're wonderful, feminine or masculine. You're just deciding to get out of the chaos, because I don't think you like to be in this energy where you're thinking about yourself, thinking about them, thinking about the romance, what could have been, maybe I should have moved. I don't think you want to be there anymore. So you use the Six of Swords to just cut out on that energy. There are some things that you don't want to tell them that you know are going to have to be revealed if you decide to pursue the Empress, because that's what the Empress does. The Empress will heal everyone around them. And I feel as though you know that once you heal, that there's some things that will come out that you're not willing to share at this time. So that's why you were avoiding the moon energy. And meanwhile, I feel like the Empress just waits, because the Empress won't chase you. That's not what the universe has taught the Empress. If someone's in your DMs, that's not the one for you. The Empress doesn't chase. The high valued one doesn't chase. Nope. Doesn't have to. Whatever they want comes to them. They know that. They know that the universe holds them in a special place. We have the Four of Moons, which is boredom. We have the Temperance in the reverse. Okay. Feeling like you're not healed enough to move forward. I get it. It's good. You want to stay single because you're not healed enough to move forward. And that's exactly what this is saying here. You're not willing to look at this right now. And that's okay. It's all right. We all do it at our own pace. Don't let anybody push you into anything you are not ready for. You're allowed to live your life like you want to. So we have the Five of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Can't say nothing nice. Don't say nothing at all. Has never been so clear in some tarot for me. Yeah, I'm going to say that's why you've disconnected from this person. It's not like you don't see their worth. You see them, you say how beautiful they are, how handsome they are. It's not like you don't see their worth. But we've got the Three of Cups in the reverse, which tells me this is no fun, or there's no party here. The full moon is in the reverse, and the Six of Cups is in the reverse. So yeah, it's a whole lot of not really believing it's true. It feels like you're questioning whether this person might be a soulmate, or even if there is such a thing. The full moon energy, it says here, is in the reverse. So I want to say that you're still feeling the effects. That's what this looks like. You're coming up swords, wanting to tell truth, wanting to cut things out, maybe look in the moon energy. You know, it's like, it's all of the stuff that happens that in the energies right now, with everything being in retrograde, it's designed to shake you up and take a look at these things before the Tower shows up for you. So I want to say that I don't think that you don't see the value of this Empress here. I think that you do, but I feel as though you're kind of done with it all. Three of Cups is in the reverse. I'm just going to let it all go. And I feel like this is the energy that you've been feeling around the full moon. I'm just going to let it go. I need to cut everybody off. I don't want to have any of these other relationships, and I just need to be with me. I have some thinking to do. I have to go inward with me and think of what I've done up to here. What do I want to do next? What is my next path? Page of Wands is in the reverse. Yeah, not communicating with anybody, not taking any action. I think this week is a week that you're thinking about it. I want to say that there is this Empress here that you have been thinking about, and the only reason that you have not embarked on some sort of an adventure with this Empress is because you're not willing to be honest with you and not willing to be honest with the Empress just yet. All right. Here we go. Virgo, this is you. How are you, Virgo? Thank you so much for your attention on the video I put up. Y'all are almost at 500 views already. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it so much. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for being in the comments, whether you cross-watched or whether that is your energy, Virgo and Capricorn. I'm glad to add it to the group. Thank you so much for looking at that. If you're interested in a private breed, please look below. You will find a link to Wizio. That's where all the pricing is. All right, here we go. Virgo, this is for you. Sneak peek for this week. Virgo, sneak peek for this week for Virgo, please. All right. Virgo, I want to say that right now you're trying to make a decision about something. And I don't usually see the Four of Cups as that because I see it as a bit of redundant energy. But there's a lot going on in this particular depiction. It's got his eye on the cup, right? Looks like a man, could be feminine or masculine energy. Someone has their eye on this Ace of Cups. Now, with the other things I get here is that maybe you were in a relationship and maybe you're about to become single, or you are single looking at someone else's relationship. Either way, I think that you're considering some sort of an opportunity that you now see that you maybe didn't see before. Maybe you were looking down here at Three Cups. Maybe you were spending a lot of time partying or celebrating, or the summer just went by. Everybody was everywhere, right? At the beach, at the lake, at the cabin. Yeah, all that stuff. I feel like wherever it was, you were by the water. But I think that when you get by the water, you get very inward. And I want to say that even if you're with a group of people, I think you're very inward when you're in the Four of Cups, right? You're not really sharing your emotion. You're not really receiving emotion at that point. I feel like you're quite silent. We have the Queen of Wands, who is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. This is fire energy. You could be dealing with someone with one of those signs. I want to say that there's a lot going on in the Four of Cups here. No matter what you're doing with your life right now, I feel like you're silent because you're trying to figure some stuff out. And there is a Queen of Wands here. So let's find out who this is. Who's this? We've got Pisces here, by the way. We've got the Two of Pentacles and the Star, who is Aquarius. There we go. And we have you keeping in balance. Hopeful. Feels like you're hopeful that despite the silence right now, that things will come back together. It feels like you either feel, I'm going to say this, the Two of Coins doesn't usually give me this energy on this card, but I'm feeling like you feel sort of impoverished. And I don't mean money. I mean that, sometimes poverty can be something that's handed down generation to generation because it's also a thought pattern. And sometimes if you're born into poverty and that's all that you know, it's really hard to get out, but we know that people do it, right? It's a hard thing. I want to say that right now, you're feeling like you don't really have anything. You don't really have much money. You don't really have a great place to live. It feels like this particular one is walking the tightrope. It feels like you feel if you make a false move one way or the other, that everything could fall in. And I want to say that you are hopeful that the silence is going to end here. And it might be with the Queen of Wands because it doesn't feel like your energy. It feels like you're hopeful about this Four of Cups, that whatever is in that Ace of Cups is going to work out, whether that's in a situation you're in right now or something in the future. But I feel like you hope that the silence doesn't mean that things are going to fall in. You hope that the silence means that things are still in place, still in a balance with somebody who might be a fire sign or hold fire energy. Maybe you do. Tell me more about Virgo, please. We have the Strength card. Okay. Got Leo energy here as well. You're trying to find the courage to keep it all together at a time where there is a lot of silence between you and someone that you hope is either going to accept this Ace of Cups, or maybe you hope that you'll be able to accept that Ace of Cups. Just seeing the the Five of Cups poke out there. Something's going on. Tell me why you hope for this cup in the Four of Cups. I feel like it's the Ace of Cups you're hoping for. You're feeling like you want to start again or begin brand new. Yeah, I think you know what you want to do. The Seven of Cups in the reverse is just that. I no longer feel overwhelmed in the heart space. I no longer feel overwhelmed emotionally. I know what I want now. Now I think I've settled on one cup. I think I know what I want, right? And that's what it is I know what I want now. And I think that you've got your eye on that cup. Tell me about this for Virgo, please. What's in that cup, please? Tell me about Virgo. It's 10 Pentacles. It's a long-term relationship, possibly. I'll take these two and put these ones back. So I think that I think that you've made a choice, or you've decided that you need to heal the self. That you're going to do the thing that's best for you right now, Virgo, and bravo to you. That you're going to do the thing that is best for you, not best for everyone else, and you hope it works out the way that you want it to. I do believe that the Four Cups, the way they're situated here, tells me that you were in a relationship and now you're probably going to be looking for someone with that Ace of Cups. You've really got your eye on the opportunity with somebody for the 10 Pentacles. I feel like there's going to be communication or fast-moving message, or the 10 Pentacles, once you acknowledge it, is going to move very quickly. If you decide that you want it, all you need to do is contact that person or send that message, and I think that it's yours. I think, the universe is waiting for you to heal enough to make the decision to go, or make the decision to move forward. Even though there was silence with this person, I feel like this is someone different. I feel like you're meeting someone new, or you've met someone new, or there's someone that you've been texting with. Communication's been quick, and I feel like you think that they are a good fit for a long-term relationship. I think that this is the person you might be leaving in the past, though. What is the relation between you and the Queen of Wands? I think that you want to heal it enough with the Queen of Wands that you can speak with this person. I think that you thought that they were your Nine of Cups, but it didn't turn out that way. I feel like we're just very close to ending a relationship here. So I feel like you might be ending something with a Queen of Wands, someone who has fire in the chart. And I feel as though you are... I feel like this person is really fiery. Like, I feel like Temperance is here for that reason. I think that I feel as though you've had the Nine of Cups with this person, but you worry about the health of this relationship. I think that the person who is the fire energy is hoping that there can be healing here, that we can continue with the Nine of Cups, but it feels to me like you're headed somewhere different. Because you've made this decision and now you know what you want. What is it that you want? You want to transform your life. It's time that you did. It's time that you got the justice with ending something so you could begin something new again. And I think that's the decision that you're making here. Yeah, to heal. You have hope that this decision that you're making is going to be the best one. I think it's going to lead you to transformation. Yeah. And I think you're going to get your justice. Whatever it is that you want, life will become more balanced for you instead of fighting all the time. I feel like the Five of Swords tells me that there is somebody here that there is a lot of arguments. Things aren't going well. We have harsh words with each other every time we speak. That kind of thing. All right. Libra, this is you. Thank you so much, Libra, for clicking here. And if you're a cross watcher, thank you so much for doing that. Libra. All right. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra energy for this week, please. This is a sneak peek for this week for Libra. Sneak peek for this week for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what Libra needs to know this week. All right. Tell me what Libra needs to know this week, please. Tell me what Libra needs to know this week. All right. One more. Libra. For some of you, you have quit your job and you are on a new adventure. For others of you, you didn't even give your 2 weeks notice. You are out. That's what it looks like. That's it. I'm out. I'm not doing it anymore. Ten of Swords is here. It's a painful place to be. I hated this job. I'm out. That's what it is. Yeah. It's a sneak attack by Libra, right? Because you're so balanced, and I mean, depending on where it shows up in your chart, of course. If it's in the big three and it shows up as your front man, as the rising sign, people don't expect this from you. They expect to always get balance, always get kindness, always get you making everything stable and great. Yeah, and I think that when you've had enough, and you're out. See ya. Yeah. I feel like really it's just time to go on a new adventure. And for those of you who this isn't about a job, I feel like the Eight of Pentacles just tells me that there is a lot of hard work going on. And some of that hard work could be on you. So it doesn't have to be a job that's ending. It could be because you finally see your worth and you know it, that it's time for you to cut out. You're done. That's what it looks like. You're going on a new adventure. You've made the decision. She's already holding that wand, right? She knows where she wants to go. It's just to get up and go, to get the energy to do it. Somebody's made a decision to go on some sort of an adventure. There's a van there, and there's a globe, which tells me this person wants to maybe travel or find new adventures. Yeah. Indecision. We've got 3 and 5. 2 is 5. Yeah, 5 of Wands is indecision. I think what you want is an adventure in love. It's funny, we said the 5 wands, and the 5 wands showed up here. So now we've got 8 wands. But it feels like the 3 wands is like, I want to go right now, but I have indecision. I'm not really sure. Is there competition for the person who I think is my soulmate? Is there a competition for the person that is my person? I want to say that you have a choice, that right now there's other people around you besides one person that you've kind of got your sights set on, that there's other that there are other people around you that are soulmates, but you are very focused on one particular person. And I wonder sometimes why we get so stuck on a soulmate, because we have so many other soulmates that are here. Someone who can make you just as happy, someone who may be healed, or, on their way to healing, or is open to healing. Tell me about this soulmate, please. For Libra, who is this soulmate, please? Could be Gemini. Got fire here. Could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It's someone that either walked away from you or disconnected from you emotionally, or maybe you did with them. But also, it could be maybe you disconnected because these were 8 cups, right? You weren't getting what you wanted out of the relationship, and I feel like maybe you walked off to find something better in the distance. The sun is there. Maybe you're left a Gemini to walk towards a Leo, possibly. But the 8 of Cups isn't only about disconnecting from somewhere to be somewhere else. It's also about what I think I deserve, right? I think I deserve the 10 Cups. I want to go find the 2. I want to say that I think that it's taken a long time to make some sort of a decision as it pertains to your heart space. The Knight of Pentacles is here, and the 7 of Pentacles. They're both about slowing down and waiting and looking around you and noticing everything. It's really what Virgo season is about. It's kind of beautiful. Just read for Virgo just now, just before you. And it is really about looking around you. What really is important? What should you be spending your time on? The seeds of intention that you have planted are important too. It's not just the people that are around you, Libra. Your pentacles are important. How you lay your intentions, and if you decide to nurture them or not, the length is up to you. This could be years. It could take years to get to this space, because we do have the Knight of Pentacles as well. For some of you, you could have disconnected or walked away from someone who is a Gemini, and it's been a long while, and you've done some growing since then. What else do we need to know about this? I think you want to tell somebody about your feelings, or Yeah, it feels like you want to tell somebody about your feelings and you really do want to invest. We've got 8 Pentacles here, which is where we started here. It's working really hard. The person at the 8 of Pentacles is looking over to the 10 Swords. So I think that maybe you've had an ending with someone here, and this could possibly be brand new love. But, you know, the fact that the Knight of Wands is here and the 8 of Cups tells me for some of you, it's somebody from the past, like disconnected from them. I'm not really talking to them anymore. This person wants to connect with you and tell you their story, their side of the story. I want to say this person is a soulmate. This person who wants to speak with you or tell their side is bringing the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like they're willing to work on this connection after many years of being apart or not talking to them. It feels like there's been no contact at all, because we're looking at Pentacles here. So it's not like the communication was very good, for sure. It feels like you were very entertained with what was going on in your Pentacle world. So your house, your home, where you work. What's the adventure? It's quite lovely, actually. Well, the adventure is, first we're going to drop the burdens. Then you're going to have a realization that you're the magician, and you could have done this all along. You could have gone on this adventure with this new soulmate whenever you wanted to. You just had to stop being so defensive about it and carrying around everyone else's burdens on top of your own. I feel like the magician tells me that you have everything that you need. You have all the aces, right? We've got 2 here. We're missing the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So as soon as you get the inclination to want to take action, that's when we see the Ace of Swords. And when you decide that you want to speak, that's the Ace of Wands. And then when you decide you want to speak, we see the Ace of Swords. Right now, I think that you are a little bit in limbo. You want to go, but you're kind of holding back on this particular soulmate. I want to say that maybe you think you've already met your soulmate, that maybe there was an ending here. Yeah, you already think you've already met the soulmate, so that's why you question this one here. But I feel like there was some sort of a connection where maybe you were living together, or you'd been in happiness with this person for a while. You thought this was going to be victory, but it ended up in arguments and fighting. Yeah, that's what the 10 of Swords is. So there is something that ended back here. I do believe something new is starting here, but you don't exactly think that it's a soulmate or a deep soul connection, because you think that you only have one, but that's not true. You have many in your life. You came here in a cluster. There's other people in your life that you know from other lives, which you will connect to in a deep soul connection. So don't get so stuck on one person that you just hang around and be bored, right? You got to stop that if that's what you're doing. If you're waiting for a certain person by name to come get you, it's time you stop that. And it's only when you stop that they're going to come in. Because if the universe thinks you have need of it, the universe is not going to give it to you, because you will treat it differently than if you wanted it. So if you need this, if that's all you're thinking about, it's not yours yet. The Tower is here, the 3 of Cups, Death, and 4 of Cups. So I feel like Death and 4 of Cups tells me it's time to get out there. It's time to meet people. It's time to do your thing. I feel you're going to find that there's going to be a very big upheaval and change in your life when you begin to get more social. We have the Page of Wands and the Sun in reverse. I feel like this is a time where I don't think you're supposed to worry so much about what you're learning. I think right now you're supposed to be worried about how you can find some fun. And the Sun is always the Sun, even when it's in the reverse. To me, when the Sun's in the reverse, there's just no growth here right now. But the Sun is a great place to be. The Sun in the reverse to me is laying on the beach. Who doesn't want to do that once in a while? I feel like it's time for fun and flirting and frolic and, you know, those F words. Do all that stuff. I feel like there is something coming up here that you're kind of serious about somebody who is a soulmate. I'm going to say, just remember, you have more than one, so this person could be a soulmate. You see them as that, you feel them as that, or we wouldn't show the Lover's card, right? All right. Right. And we are Scorpio. Scorpio, you always remind me to drink. I shall do that. How are you, Scorpio? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. For all your views on my last video, I appreciate you so much. Let's talk about you, Scorpio, my psychic friends. You connect to my Pisces moon like clockwork. I can always spot a Scorpio in the room. I know that energy really well. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is this week's sneak peek, Scorpio. Sneak peek for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're interested in a private read, Scorpio, please go to the description. There's a link there. It'll take you to Wizio. All right. That's where you can see my pricing. So we have the Three of Swords. Interesting. Tell me more about the Three of Swords, please. What's so disappointing? What's been disappointing is that you're waiting for your turn. It feels like your turn is never going to get here. What's been disappointing is that the Wheel of Fortune is here and you're not feeling the benefits yet. I feel like you're feeling all the change, and I don't think that you like it. Nope. C word, right? The Wheel card is about fixed energy. So that's you, right? Scorpio. Also Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. We have the Hermit. Interesting. Look, you're going to be pulled out of hermit mode. If you're the one who is enjoying all this time by yourself, in solitude, thinking about you, maybe thinking about what's coming next, it feels like you're trying, you know, there's some people are just serial daters, right? They get their heart broken, they find the next one, then they smash that, and then they find the next one, they smash that, because they are still raw and they're not healing between relationships. I want to say that you have slowed down. You've slowed down here with the Three of Swords and the Hermit. It's telling me that you're now dissecting it. And which is, yeah, very Scorpio-like. You're dissecting it. You're looking at why do I get disappointed? Why am I the one who has the heartbreak? Why doesn't it work out for me? You're looking at the reasons why. And you know what? When you look deep enough, you'll find your own patterns there as well. That sometimes we get into a place where, you know, that relationship that didn't work out but felt so good, we start repeating that in all of our other relationships, knowing full well that particular one we learned from is crashing to the ground. It crashed, right? But we keep, I feel like you're looking at patterns, I want to say, while you're in hermit mode. Why do I get hurt? It's not just enough that I get hurt. Why do I get hurt? And I want to say that the reason that you're in this energy here is because of the Wheel of Fortune. Believe it or not, I feel this is a fortunate thing. You're coming to a realization about yourself and about how you always end up here. Excuse me. The window's open. I have allergies. Sorry. How you always end up here. I think you're going to figure it out. We've got Virgo energy here. The Wheel of Fortune is, this is one of the changes, I believe, that are going to be a benefit to you. And I always say to you that the Wheel of Fortune, the changes that are happening don't necessarily feel good or look good at the time, but they are going to benefit you in the future. But the wheel has to get you moving towards your fortune. And I think that you are in this hermit mode, you know, with your heartache. Like, this is a really terrible picture. It's like you're brokenhearted and bleeding everywhere, and that's what it feels like. And you're like, why does this keep happening to me? I feel like you're going to learn that lesson because the wheel is here, and you're never going to have to go through that again. Because once you learn the lesson, you'll learn the pattern, and you won't complete it again. Because that's what the hermit would do. The hermit is the one that's going over all the details, moving slow enough toward everything, looking around my pentacle world. Who's it going to affect? Is it going to affect my pentacles? Like really making a slow decision. So we have the Seven of Swords that comes out on its side, which is a challenge to me, no matter when a card comes out on its side. And the challenge right now is that you are, you're ending a cycle. I like it. 7 and 3 is 10. But I feel like with the Seven of Swords that, you're really looking inward. Seven of Swords is something that's being concealed. I feel like I always get screwed, Elsie. What's going on? Like, why do I always end being the one that ends up ending the relationship and ending up in heartbreak, or people end it with me? I want to say that this is something that's coming to an end. The light at the end of the tunnel is not a train. In fact, the tunnel itself is an illusion. But I feel like things are about to get better. But I think you're going to have to be really honest with yourself. I'm just saying, because the Seven of Swords is here, which indicates something is being concealed. I feel like what's being concealed is that you're not showing anybody that you're brokenhearted. And I think you're not showing them because you're in the hermit mode. Yeah, you're silent. The Hanged Man, right? Trying to see things from another perspective. It's beautiful with the Hermit energy. Got Pisces and Virgo here. Those are beautiful energies combined. Yeah, very kind and loving and intuitive and quite psychic. Having a knowing and going over that knowing piece by piece by piece. So I never do this again. So your gut now is getting involved and saying, get this under control. You don't want that to happen again. When the Wheel of Fortune comes, you're just going to have to be honest and hang on. Like, honestly, it feels like Seven of Swords tells me that there are some things that you've been hiding or not saying to people, not showing people that you're hurting, not letting people know things are coming to an end in your life. I feel like you just keep it all under wraps. You try and figure it out yourself with the Hangman energy and the Hermit energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're really working on answers here. Tell me why you're in the Hanged Man energy. Because it feels like feels like a bit of a sacrifice here, I'm going to say. Sacrificing the self because of a lie or something that's been concealed or something you don't want to come to light. We have the Ace of Wands. Two of Pentacles and the Magician. I want to say that while you're in this Hanged Man energy, some of the thoughts you're having are, when I have more money, when I'm better looking, when I've lost enough weight, when I've grown my hair longer. I'll date when I decide that I feel good, when I like what I see in the mirror. The Magician is, it's all within your reach. The only way to begin healing is radical acceptance of the present moment. If you're someone who doesn't like the way you look, you have to come to peace with that you are enough. When you look in the mirror, you are enough. And if you can't do that, then you can't realize that you are the Magician. So I want to say that the Two of Pentacles for me is a little bit of living with impoverished thoughts. Things like, I'm never going to be enough. I'm never going to have enough. It's a scarcity for me. But understand that the Two of Pentacles is a decision. And I feel like maybe you made a decision over the full moon. We have a full moon here. Decision over the full moon that you're not going to do this anymore. That you are going to pull out all of the stops here. I think you're working on yourself. I think that's what's going on here. Tell me what's going on in Hermit mode, please. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. There's the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're working on your home life. You're working on putting down burdens that you've been carrying around for a very long time. The burdens could be from arguments you've had, communications, connections that you've had. The Five of Swords is here. They weren't great. They just ended up separating you from someone, making you feel bad. I feel like you're trying to drop all that while you're in Hermit mode as well. Tell me what disappointed you. Oops. What disappointed you is the Six of Cups. It is the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So I want to say that maybe there was something here that ended. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that there is a loss of fortune. And to me, the loss of fortune can be anything that's in your pentacle world. You lost a house, you lost a car, you lost a relationship, a full-time relationship. Or sorry, a long-term relationship, long-term full-time relationship. The Three of Swords that's what it is. I feel like the Knight of Wands tells me that there's no more passion here, that you're ending a relationship or you're ready to, and you know that this person is a soulmate and it's going to hurt like hell. Yeah, hold on to yourself because this is going to hurt like hell. So either it did hurt like hell or it's going to. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is going to expose a lot of things within you. And I think that you're trying to get ahead of it by looking at things from another perspective and trying to look at myself. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is coming. And if you don't deal with this stuff that's underneath right now, Scorpio, it's going to come to the surface in a way that you're not going to like. I think that you're sacrificing your own happiness, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. You're sacrificing The Hanged Man, your own happiness right now, because you don't feel enough. You still don't realize you're the Magician. Oops, wrong side. Three of Wands in the reverse. It's time. It's time right now. You have to realize that you're the one who makes the decisions. And the reason people usually don't make decisions is because other people are not going to agree with their decisions. Well, if you're going to live your life for the way that other people want you to live it, you're never going to live life. You're always going to be on fire trying to drop the burdens that you think others have created for you. And in fact, you've created them for yourself. We have the Knight of Swords. It's time for you to stand up and say something. Page of Swords. You got to say something. You got to do what is best for you, Scorpio, and not really care about what everyone else thinks. Time to liberate yourself. If you want a soulmate, go get the soulmate. I don't care what other people say. Go and do it. There's someone you're watching anyway. Page of Swords. Someone you're doing your work on. And I feel like it's time for you in the future to go look for that person. Yeah. I feel like you're letting go of someone who is already a soulmate, so it maybe feels a little hopeless. It does feel like that when you let go of a soulmate. I did that as well recently, and it's really, really hard. But, you know, it needs to be what's best for you, my friend, and not what's best for everyone else. All right, here we go. This is you, Sag. Guess what? I'm a Sag rising. Thank you so much for coming here and clicking. I appreciate you. And let's take a look. What's coming up for the sneak peek for this week for Sagittarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, my Saggy friends, my Saggy brothers and sisters. Sag rising for me. Where does it fall in your chart? Tell me. Welcome if you're new. Tell me about Sagittarius for this week, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius this week, please. Sneak peek for this week. Sagittarius, okay. Anything else for Sagittarius, please? Okay. All right. We'll go from the bottom. There's a message, my friend, that is coming at you in high speed. Two of Cups, Four of Swords, Nine of Swords. We have justice coming up in the future. I like that. Why is that? You're going to get justice in love. You're going to get justice. Somebody is going to, I feel, tell you about their feelings, let you know that they have romantic feelings about you. If that's already happened, then I think that this person is going to come at you and confirm that to you, give you balance, love. I feel like you feel very in balance when this person tells you whatever they have to tell you. They could be someone who is single, someone who either wants children or does have children, but I feel like this person really doesn't hate being single. I think that they kind of love being single, but also they're ready to get into a family position because I think that this person is very confident. Their business is going well. They're making their pentacles. This is a highly sought after human that is going to tell you about their feelings. They've recently ended something, and I think that's why communication is going to begin again. Communication is going to start really quickly. It's going to be overwhelming. I see the Seven of Cups here. And it feels like there is going to be lots of heartfelt conversation that is very, very, I think there's going to be a lot of banter. A lot of banter back and forth. But I do feel like it's going to be very honest banter, but it's going to be loving. Okay. You've been worrying about this Two of Cups connection for a very long time. The Strength is in the reverse. You could be dealing with Leo. We have the Chariot here, who is Cancer. At the top of the reading, we do have the Page of Wands. There is a message coming here. And I feel like somebody who's going to contact you really wants some sort of a victory with you. And they want it now. They're tired of waiting for it. The Strength is inner strength. I think it takes this person a lot of courage or inner strength to be able to push out a message. Yeah, I want to say to push out a message. It feels like somebody's hanging their face here, hiding their face. It's almost as if they're like, oh, is they going to accept my text, or are they going to leave me on red? Like, oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. I know what I did. That's what it feels like. They're going to try and smooth it over with fast moving energy, fast movement to victory, which means they might immediately say, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Can I come take you out for coffee? Do you know what I mean? They're going to try and smooth it over immediately rather than taking the steps to say, look, I know I did this and I don't want to do that to you anymore. They're willing to just, boom, graze over it because this is really quick moving energy here. It's also energy of being very balanced. I'm going to say that you can't move this quick if you're not in balance, because if you veer one way or the other, you're off the tracks and you know, everything ends up in the ditch. So I think that there is a page of wands or a messenger that is being sent to you. Could be someone else, could be coming in the mail, could come as, a messenger could be someone who brings a delivery to you. Or take it as it resonates. It could be the other way around. But we do have the Strength in the reverse. So it indicates to me that somebody here is trying to find the inner strength or the courage to be able to come forward. They don't want to be seen by you just yet. I feel like they're gonna contact you via text first, and if you answer that text, I feel like it's gonna start rolling pretty quick from there. What I want to say is that somebody has been healing, and as they've been healing, it feels like they've come to the knowledge of the Two of Cups. It feels like they know that you're somebody who's been offering their cup, and now they're willing to offer their cup to you. We have the Page of Wands. This person's coming in as fun and flirty. They're going to come in as sort of impulsive, like, hey, can I take you out to the wherever it is? And I feel like this person is coming in with the intent of showing you the Two Cups, but they don't know how. It feels like they're used to being in swords. This person's used to speaking clearly, logically. I keep my feelings out of it. I don't really want to talk about my feelings, but it's really been making this person have sleepless nights, worrying a lot about it, looking too far into the future, looking at what they did in the past. That's what it feels like. This is a reckoning of self. Like the Strength in the reverse to me doesn't necessarily mean weakness, because if you are a person who is strong enough to look at yourself, there's no weakness in that. There's zero weakness in that. All right. Tell me about this Page of Wands. What is this message? Wow. The message is, I want this new path. Now, the Ace of Wands is beginning things in passion. We could be talking about maybe your person is a fire sign as well. Oh, that changes things up just a little bit. We got the Death card. Somebody has decided to come forward to you, but they don't want you to think that they're only coming in for one thing. This person over the full moon has been sort of, I want to say that they're just about ready to make some sort of decision. Their third eye is open. You can see all the violet there. There's a blue moon above her head. We can't ignore that. And the two swords mean, the swords are no longer crossing the chest, which means to me that this person is ready to make a decision. And it's because of some sort of a transformation or a realization with the transformation. The Death card is here with the Ace of Wands. I cannot go in just with passion. That there is going to have to be something else here. What is the decision? What else are you giving besides the passion here? Or maybe someone's giving it to you. Take it as it resonates. Somebody here has decided that they've been closed off for too long, and they feel in regret about that, and they want to bring that to an end. They don't want any more regret. They don't want to be silent with you anymore, and they don't know how you're going to feel about that. They don't know if you have the Two of Cups energy or you don't. Tell me about the Two of Cups. We have the Three of Cups, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Wands. I think you're going to be scared to try again, but I think you will, because the Three of Cups is here. I think there is going to be a reunion here for you and somebody else, someone that you've been having a hard time with. I think this person's been having a harder time with this situation than you have been, because I see you racing to the finish line anyway. I see you just going off and doing your thing. Yeah, speaking your mind, finding love. And I feel like you're just saying what you want, being very honest with people about what your feelings are about. You're no longer keeping it under the surface. You've decided that you're going to finally tell people what you expect in the Ace of Cups. And if you don't have my ideas, then I'm out. Three of Pentacles and the Six of Wands means I'm always open to friendship. I always want the victory in the friendship. I always love to have people around me, just not everybody's going to be able to get the Ace of Cups out of me. We have the Knight of Swords. Yep, you're telling your side. So there is a Seven of Swords here. We have the Seven of Cups as well. Interesting. So I feel like you've been probably, or will be, this week in the DMs with some people. I feel like you keep it secret, that you don't really tell anybody that there's conversations going on and that are sort of a romantic nature. You might have several offers. I'm just saying, why wouldn't you? You are the Empress, right? Why wouldn't you? Yeah. If you are the Empress, I feel like you will have a lot of offers in the DMs right now. I think there is one specific person who wants to come back and see if they can try again with you, though. And I think that you will hear from that person probably this week. All right. All right, Capricorn, here we are. This is for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for your attention on my last Capricorn Virgo video. That's what I like to see. Almost 500 views already. Thank you so much for that. That's really wonderful. And let's just build it from here. Keep it those thumbs up and being in the comments. And let's figure it out together. All right, here we go. Capricorn, this is for you for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are cross-watching, thank you. If you're interested in a reading, a private reading, Three of Swords just popped out, by the way. If you're interested in a private reading, please look in the description. All right. Look for the link to Wizio. Here we go. This is for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Your sneak peek for the week. Okay. There we go. Five of Cups is here. So I think you're in a, it's like a bit of sadness, I feel. Something that you wished could have worked out did not work out. The Five of Cups is about regret about that, but you couldn't have changed it. All you can do is feel bad about it. There's nothing you could have done to change it. You worked as hard as you could on it, Capricorn. The Eight of Pentacles is about honing a skill. It's about working really hard on something that really means a lot to you. This person is very good at what they do. So it's not only about you, for some of you, it's not only about you working really hard, but having regret that you worked this hard. Yeah. And it didn't end up well. And I think it finally doesn't end up well because I feel like there's somebody here who wants you to do as they do. You know what I mean? The Five of Swords to me is always about somebody who's trying to win you over, trying to make you think like they do, trying to give you their point of view. They don't like that you have a different point of view. That's what this is here. I think you could not resolve this. There isn't anything you could have done to resolve that. You worked as hard as you should have or could have. Maybe even harder than you needed to. But the Five of Swords is about, I couldn't resolve it. This person just doesn't listen. They won't listen to me. They don't have reason. The whole thing made me feel sad. Well, here we go. The Wheel of Fortune is here for you. It's been coming up in just about every hand today. And I love it. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Look, your hard work does pay off. I feel as though the hard work didn't pay off here because this is not your person. This is a karmic connection. Someone who's going to treat you like this and not allow you to have your own opinions and all that stuff, that's not where you want to be. And I think you know that now. These are both fives. These are both feeling in lack. But the good thing is, the bad thing is it's about feeling in lack. The good thing is that two fives, more than one five in a reading for me is quick change. So here it comes, right? The Wheel of Fortune is right here, snuggled up next to the Eight of Pentacles, showing you your worth. Showing you that you are worth enough. You did work hard enough. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that it's time for things to get more positive for you. All of these changes that are going on. If you ended up losing something because you gave it the Eight Pentacles and it's still left, then it deserves to go. I feel like the universe is here to tell you that fated changes are taking place and that if you do have people in your life who are speaking against you, only the reason that you won't take their point of view, that maybe it is time to change. And you need to look at that. And I'm not saying you need to change to be what they want you to be. I'm saying that maybe it's worth looking within. I do it every time I get a nasty comment. I look within and I say, is that who I really am? And if I'm not, then I just delete the comment. And, it's usually a personal attack. Those are the ones I will delete. You won't even get through my damn filter. I'm telling you, you will not. But I do see them. Yep. And I always am willing to take it to heart and say, is that something I really need to change within me? It's always good to do the check-in. I think the Wheel of Fortune is here because the things that you don't see as fortunate are actually fortunate changes. But I think right now is a time that's hard for you. I think you're having a really hard time accepting change, because that means that you're going to have to move away from the things that you've been working on the hardest that maybe you didn't win. Maybe you didn't get much out of it, but lessons. There we go. You're growing. Yeah. It's time to move forward to your seeds of intention. The Seven of Pentacles is about the seeds of intention. She dropped them. She watered them. She nurtured them because her intention was to grow pentacles. You need to figure out what your intention is. And I think you already know what that is. I think that your intention is always to change and grow, or that your intention is to nurture yourself while you're going through this change, which I think is a really, really great idea. I think you're going through a lot of changes that are hard right now, and I think you're doing a lot of crying. I think there's a lot of tears. Because I think you are having harsh words or hard words with people. Look, I'm doing what I want to do. These are my seeds of intention. This is my intention. I will grow whatever I feel I need to grow. I don't need your help. I can do it alone. It'll take me longer, a few years, but I can do it alone. It's not like I haven't tried before. Because that's who the Empress is, right? And you are a Capricorn. You feminine or masculine. You're the person who is mimicking the Empress. The person who is trying to get all those queen energies, trying to learn all those lessons of the queen energies, but acting as such, right? Acting as though you already have those wisdoms will bring them to you. Knight of Cups, or sorry, King of Cups, Three of Cups. Okay. I want to say that a long time ago that you planted some intentions, and I think that those intentions, although they grew, I feel that maybe you decided to make different decisions while the Pentacles were growing. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is here, and that your intention was to grow a relationship, grow in love deeply with somebody. I feel as though instead of waiting for the wheel, waiting for the moment of alchemy, waiting for divine timing or the fated moment, I feel like you took it upon yourself to chase somebody, and it didn't work out. And you worked on it harder than everybody else, because that's who you are, Capricorn. You are the Empress in training. You will give everything to everyone. That's who you are. So, while I think that your manifestation is here, I don't think it is with the person that you think it is with, because your intentions are growing, and it is not this. But I think that's what you got, and I don't think that anybody would wish that. Five of Cups and Five of Swords, feeling in lack, having someone, verbally try and scar you every day, living in this sadness. I don't think you would have wished that. I think you wished for the Ten of Cups, and I think that this was something that you thought was that. Right now, I think you're in a little bit of mourning, because we do have the Four Cups here, and the King is carrying one, which is Five Cups. You want victory in love, but right now I think you're laying low. The Four of Cups tells me that you're not sharing anything. You're just going to keep growing your pentacles. You're just going to keep nurturing whatever it is that you're growing right now. You're going to have victory. I'm just going to say the Six of Wands doesn't show up for no reason. And it's victory after the fight, after the war, after coming from a hard place that was possibly very dark. You're going to have some victory. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. It's time to go. It's time to get away from this Five Wands. Yeah, there's a soulmate out there for you. It's time for you to pick a different adventure, a passionate adventure. But I think you're scared of doing it on your own. Yeah, I think you want to see what's out there. Two of Wands. You want to make a decision to go. You want to find some sort of a soulmate, and it's time to go now, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. The Three of Wands shows up in reverse, telling us it sort of echoes what's going on with the Wheel of Fortune, right? You could be dealing with someone who's Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. That might be the person you're feeling sad about. I feel like this King of Cups is telling me Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, that maybe you're looking for someone who is maybe a little more tender, psychic, someone who is emotionally strong, someone who's a protector, and someone who's a soulmate. I think you worry that it'll never come. I think you're wrong. I think there's going to be some healing that's got to take place here first, because all of these changes that are coming up here. So the person that I feel that you are no longer with is somebody who was a soulmate. Yeah, because I got the King and the Queen here. So I feel like you were a soulmate with someone, but it was toxic. Six of Cups. Look, y'all, I just keep saying to you, be careful where you're placing your, where you are placing your labels. Because look, right? We've got the Six of Cups. That's a soulmate card, or someone that you're deeply connected to. Could be someone that you've known for a long time. But look, it's toxic. This person is showing up as the Queen of Cups, but really with the devil next door, it's like it's a manipulation of feelings. It's a manipulation of feelings by someone you really trusted, someone who you had deep heart connection to. But it's toxic, it's manipulative, it's fear, it's doubt. This is the card of Capricorn. Doesn't mean that you are those things, but it does lend that energy. The devil is not, I don't find a bad energy, but it does cast doubt on who do I love, or am I lovable? It also casts doubt on the Six of Cups. This person who I've known for a long time, can I really trust them? They're kind of toxic. It feels like you're moving away from this person, I want to say. You've worked hard enough on this, and the Wheel of Fortune is here. There's nothing left to say. All there is left to do is heal. The Ace of Swords is in the reverse. You don't need clarity. Let the waters be muddy. Temperance is here to heal you. And the Page of Cups is brand new love. So now is the time for healing, I feel. The Ace of Pentacles is here. And the Three of Cups is here. Look, there's a lot of really beautiful things coming in your future. Celebrations. Things are going to change your life. You're going to meet people who are just like you, I feel, who are tenacious and moving forward, and people who want victory. It feels like you'll be meeting beautiful people. I just want to say, because you don't see it happening now, it doesn't mean it's not coming. Look, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's a big deal. It's destiny. It's the hand of your source helping you out this week to make some difficult decisions, I think. All right, here we go, Aquarius. This is you, my cerebral friends. Here we go, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius for this week. This is a sneak peek for this week for Aquarius, please. All right, Aquarius, thank you for your attention on my last video. I appreciate you oh so much. Would love to see more of you in the comments. All right, here we go. This is for Aquarius for this week, sneak peek for this week. All right, start out with the Hierophant, could be dealing with the Taurus. Maybe you are someone who is a spiritual teacher. Maybe you have Taurus in the chart. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. You're having some realizations about things that you weren't willing to see before. It's time for you to take charge. We have Aries and Taurus here. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Something is being revealed to you, and I think it's being revealed to you in a spiritual way. I think it's going to either come through prayer or come through meditation. It's going to come from the universe to you, because you are the spiritual teacher. I feel like you're about to embark on something or take charge in a situation. I think you're coming up as this energy of, I know now, my higher self is speaking to me, or I'm connected to the higher self. I am the spiritual teacher, or maybe the Emperor is your spiritual teacher. I tend to feel like this is your energy, though. That you are someone who is traditional, so you could be someone who's not willing to color outside the lines, but is okay on their path to wherever they're going, and they're paying attention to rules and regulations all the way through. You're the person who likes a clean path that makes sense to you, that's very logical and transparent and honest. You could be learning to trust the higher self as well. I think your energy is the Emperor. the one who is willing to forge forward. And it's because of something that's been revealed to you, I think, or will be revealed to you this week. There's a decision that you need to make as it pertains to love, or as it pertains to the Two of Cups. A decision in love, a decision to make a decision. Something that you haven't wanted to see is being revealed to you, possibly by your source. Nine of Wands. That it just might be you that's holding you back. Yeah. It's you that's holding you back from love. It's you that's holding you back from making a decision. A decision to be honest with yourself. I feel like you're going to get some downloads about that. I think that you're a person who wants traditional love, or you want a commitment. You've made a commitment to make a decision about love. Interesting. We have the Two of Cups and the Emperor. So I feel like if you are the Emperor, you are someone who feels that love has become quite a burden. I want to say, for those of you who are not the Emperor, maybe you are someone who more identifies as the Hierophant. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. And it feels like you want to make a decision, but it worries you. You need to be brave. If you're going to make this decision about love, you need to be brave, and you need to get out there in front and take charge of the situation. It's a decision that's really big. It's like it'll bring you to your knees. It is after a realization. Tell me what this Seven of Swords is about, please. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. Seven of Swords for Aquarius. Seven of Swords in reverse. Tell me what that is. With the Queen of Wands, we have, again, the Wheel of Fortune. It's showed up in every hand almost. If I go through, I bet you'll see it in every hand. Okay, very beautiful energy here. The Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. Look, there are some changes coming to you, and things that are being revealed to you are things that are going to scare you. I'm telling you, just because the Wheel of Fortune is showing up here. The Wheel of Fortune is showing up here because of change, the C word, right? Everybody has trouble with change. Well, not everybody, but most people do. But nonetheless, the fixed signs have the worst time. And if you have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo in any of, well, you have Aquarius, but depending on, if any of these others show up, just read for somebody the other day who had 3 fixed signs as the Sun, Moon, and Rising. And that's really tough to make decisions, to heal, to let it go, to move forward, to allow yourself to move forward without feeling badly about it. I feel like you have the spirit team here, the one who takes action, the one who is, the person who is not taking advice from you or anyone else. I'm going to color outside the lines and do what I want. I'm the person who's been hurt a lot. I'm going to now make my own decisions about me. And I think that the Temperance is here to tell us that there is going to be some healing here. Healing as you move forward, as you decide to take inspired action here, there is going to be some energy that is going to be beneficial. But I think that the thing that's coming to light is that you will have to go through some harsh changes before you can make any decisions. Tell me what this decision is. The Two of Swords. I feel like the decision, the thing that you failed to see because your eyes are covered, the situation that you failed to see, is that you will know when you have met somebody who is right for you. Because I feel like right now, being in the Two of Swords, you're apt to make a decision that is not great for you, because in the Two of Swords, you're not looking at the situation for what it is. And I think what it really is that you need to go with your gut. The High Priestess is somebody who is Pisces, right? You might have that in the chart, or maybe they do. But we have the Ace of Cups. I feel like you know in your gut that you want love, but it's got to go slow. It's got to start with friendship, and then we go to the next thing. We got the first pentacle. Now we'll plant it. Now we have 2. We have a little bit of balance. Now we have 3. Now we're friends. It feels like it's got to go really slow for you. I'm just saying, I don't know if the Wheel of Fortune is going to let you wait. I want to say that you're probably about to meet somebody here. Someone who's going to open conversation with you. A brand new conversation, possibly a new conversation in love. This is someone that you moved away from or disconnected from because it didn't feel right. I feel like you can't stop thinking about this person. I think that you want to talk to them, but I also think that you think they're a liar. And that's the conundrum, I think. Your energy is connected to someone that you don't trust. Because we've got 6 swords and 1 that is 7. And the 7 of swords is under here. Don't forget, there is something that is going to be revealed to you as these changes take place. These changes that look like they're not positive, but will end up being positive in the future. It's all these changes that are coming are going to force you into being the emperor, making decisions about love. I feel like there is somebody who you are still connected to in terms of the heart space here. And this tells me that they're someone who is a liar or who is deceiving or keeps things from you, and this person is toxic and manipulative. But you can't let them go. So you're holding off these blessings, I think. Big blessings. I think that you are feeling like the wounded warrior, that you're someone that people keep hurting over and over again, so you don't want to put yourself out there. I think the universe is saying, go ahead, put yourself out there, but you need to control the situation, right? And if somebody comes toward you, then put boundaries on yourself and say, if they don't complete A, they're not getting B. You're the one that is in charge of all of it. You're the one who is in charge of, you know, people that are going to come towards you and they're going to want to have relationships with you. It's not like you're going to entertain all of them. You need to be very honest with yourself. Take charge. Yes, I want to go out with you. No, I don't. I feel like you in the past have not wanted to hurt people's feelings. So maybe you have made decisions that maybe didn't work for you. Yeah, I think you keep finding people who sort of are lying to you or not revealing their feelings to you that ends up turning toxic, or you end up having a lot of doubt because somebody is being very secretive with you. 6 of Pentacles, what you need is someone to give you reciprocity. I really do feel that you're healing right now. I think that you are. I think you're still way too defensive here. And I feel like you will come out of that. You will have some healing. You are going to get your justice. You will get your justice. You will get someone communicating with you. I just think that you really need to let go of this 2 of Cups for now. Yeah, it's time to make friendships. Friendships that could turn to love. Should always start out with a friendship. People are like, oh, no, I'm not going to waste my time. You know, why not? Why not waste your time building a friendship? And friendship is the foundation for love. If you don't have friendship before you try and run out there and slam a ring on it, it's not going to last. It's going to be done. There we go. I think that's what you want here. Yeah. You want something that changes your life. You deserve it. Of course you do. You've really done well and healed the self. I think that you're trying to be very wary of who you give your energy to. I think there is something coming up that is going to change your life in the future, though. It is love. We've got the Queen on the bottom of the deck. I feel like, you know, the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles tells me that maybe you could be experiencing, feeling like, I don't want to live alone. I don't want to live alone in this big house. It's almost a little bit of scarcity, feeling like you don't feel enough if you don't have someone in your life. We do have 3 Pentacles. Again, it says 3 Pentacles. Started out with friendship. Make sure it goes slow. All right. Here we go for you. And last but not least, of course, is you, Pisces. It is you, my 2 fishes friends. I also have 2 fishes. It is in my moon sign. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are interested in a private read, please look in the description. The link to Wizio is there, which is where all my pricing is. All right. Tell me what's coming up for Pisces this week, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. Here's a sneak peek for this week for Pisces, please. Pisces. All right. So we have the 9 of Wands, which comes out on its side as your challenge. We also have the Ace of Cups, which comes out on its side, and the 8 of Cups. Are you going to take somebody back, Pisces? You're the one that always gets hurt in love. I want to say that you had your eye on somebody. I feel like this somebody... You could be somebody who pulls away because you don't want to be hurt in love again. I'm going to say that the 9 Wands is a place where you can drop your burdens. I feel like this is energy from the past. I feel like you feel like this because you keep getting hurt over and over again. And I think it's really important that you look at your own patterns and patterns of relationships gone by. There has to be a common theme among them, or they wouldn't have all ended. You're the one that always ends up getting hurt, and then they disconnect. It starts out really happy with love. I feel like you're really scared of giving all of yourself, though, because you've been hurt so much. I think that you want that Ace of Cups. We'll start out with the 9 for sure. I think you want this Ace of Cups. But I think ultimately you're worried that, there's a little bit of defensive, behind the wall, and I kind of want it. Maybe you're a little bit closed off. Maybe you're sort of emotionally disconnected. What else do we need to know about Pisces? It could be someone else. It could be the other person. Take it as it resonates. Flip-flop it as you need to. It is a general reading after all. Okay. It's going to be a conversation. Someone's coming back around. So take it as it resonates. Either you're going back around or someone's coming back around to you. But I feel as though the 9 of Wands is involved, regardless. The Judgment card is about making a really big decision. So you could be the one making the big decision to possibly re-engage with somebody, to see if there's anything left in this connection. I feel like it's been sort of a drought as it pertains to your love life. I feel like things are moving really slow. I also feel like for those of you looking at the Judgment as a reconciliation of sorts, that I feel with the 8 of Cups here that you can be sure that there will be some sort of a reconciliation that's taking place this week, and the King of Swords is going to be the one who initiates it. So whether you are the one who has the air or maybe your person does, but the King of Swords is Aquarius, and that is also in a general reading also Libra and Gemini. I want to say that you're disconnected or on the outside looking in of the King of Swords. And don't get hung up on the card. It is feminine or masculine energy, and it could be those energies. Those could be the signs. But understand this is an energy, not just a sign. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be someone. It doesn't matter who is a Pisces and also has this incredible ability to be this complex thinker. This person who's never going to be less than honest and transparent. I don't really care what you think about me. I'm just going to give you the honesty. It feels like you have great big feelings for someone here, but you're disconnected from them. The 5 of Pentacles is here. And I think you're disconnected from them because one of you is in the 9 of Wands. Somebody's hiding behind the fear wall. You can take that as it resonates, you or them. I feel like it could be the King of Swords. It's looking for a reconciliation. The King of Swords may be the one that pulled away, and it may have been years ago or just a long while ago, because the Knight of Swords is the slowest moving knight in the deck. It could have been after some words, or maybe there's just something that it could be a misunderstanding for sure. But I feel like it's been a long while since you spoke with them, because maybe the last time you spoke with them, you were very honest, right? Yep. King of Swords, you were very honest, and maybe after speaking with them, you realized you weren't going to get a resolution, because that's what the 5 of Swords is. We keep going round and round. You keep trying to tell me that I'm supposed to think the way you think. You keep telling me that I'm supposed to think the way you think, and I want you to think the way I think. It's sort of a gridlock or a deadlock of conversation, and I think it's been that way for a while. All right. Tell me about this 8 of Cups, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about this 8 of Cups for Pisces. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So it feels as though somebody probably didn't have as many feelings for you as you had for them, or somebody was keeping their feelings hidden. I think this whole thing has kind of exhausted you. I want to say this 8 of Cups business, I think, has exhausted you, Pisces. I feel like you wished you could have 9 of Cups with somebody here, but I feel like with the 4 of Cups in the reverse, it's like all it really ended up doing was shutting you down. I feel like you are, with the 5 of Wands in the reverse, I feel like there is no more indecision. You realize that that this person put you into the Four of Cups, a place where you were sitting, you weren't giving anyone else your energy, but you were waiting on this person. I feel like this person, you have come to realization, doesn't really have the same feelings that you do. Somebody here disconnected. So either they don't have the same feelings you do, or you don't have the same feelings they do. But I think that you realize it now. You're no longer in indecision. The Four of Cups is in the reverse. I don't have to sit here and wait for this person anymore. And I think it's because of that that here comes this person. They could be the King of Swords, right? Or the King of Swords energy. We also have Virgo and Pisces energy here. Tell me, what is this here? Look, I think the King of Swords is coming in to give you an offer you can't refuse. Come away with me on a bus. Who's that? Nora Jones. Come away, I think it's called. I think somebody wants you to come away with them. I think you're really going to have to think about it. It almost feels like this person reconnects to you and asks you, to take some sort of a journey with them in the Four of Wands. We have 7 Wands here. You're feeling very defensive about the request. This person's going to be very honest. I don't think that they're going to sweeten the deal. I think they're just going to say, look, I want to come back around. I really miss you. Can you come out with me? Will you go on some sort of adventure? They could even want to take you away to a cabin, to the lake, to, on a short journey. I think you're going to think about it for a while because the Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse. I think you're going to figure out whether that's going to be good for you or not. Tell me about this King of Swords. So it's interesting because I'm getting the sort of a dual energy off of the Judgment card. I'm getting the dual energy of this King of Swords coming back round again, but I'm also getting the energy of that is a decision you're making, a really big decision about the Four of Wands, because if this does move forward, this person, I think, wants all in. And it's going to start with some sort of, let's get away and spend a weekend together so we can just talk things out. But I think that you're not going to tell this person yes right away. You don't trust them. This person's never really given you any stability. And the Seven of Swords tells me that there's things that they're hiding, and maybe that's why you're not speaking with them, that they seem distrustful, that you really can't trust them, that they came in and possibly only for the passion in the past. And even if it wasn't only for the passion, it was very intermittent, that they really didn't give you much in terms of stability, so you had to shut it down. Seven of Wands, you had to hold your ground here and listen to your gut. Good for you. Because it's far more abundant than following the lead of somebody else. So I feel that there is a king coming back here. Explain the Judgment here. I feel like this person's going to ask you to feels very romantic. I'm just saying. I'm hearing that song by Nora Jones, and I think she says, I want to be something about rain falling on a tin roof on a cloudy day. Like, it sounds very romantic to me. Because this person's trying to romance you into the Four of Wands. They want you to make the decision to go away with them because they want you to know what it feels like to be with them all the time. Maybe they might ask you to come on a trip with them. They've never given you stability. I think that's what you're hoping for, though. I want to say that they do want to give you stable love. They want to give you dependable love, but it's going to start at the Page of Cups. I just have the feelings in my belly right now. We're not in love, but I do want to spend more time with you. I do have affection for you. I am attracted to you. I want to say you've been waiting a very long time for this opportunity, because the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse. You've been waiting for so long to get this sort of stable energy from this person. But do you trust them? Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Look, we've got two cards here. Your eyes are covered. Don't want to see it for what it is. That little person, I don't even know if you can see them. They're wandering around. They're wandering around with their eyes covered. They're wandering around in the forest. We've got the Justice here. This is, I want to say blind justice. That's just what Charlie said, blind justice. So be careful, make the right decisions for yourself. We've got the Tower here, right? So the Tower falls and gives you your justice, but please make sure that you're seeing the situation for what it is so you don't repeat the pattern. If this person did break your heart and did disconnect from you and you thought they were your Ace of Cups, they probably did it out of fear. I'm not saying that they're a terrible person, but I'm saying that this person is not being completely honest with you. And the fact of the matter is, you're not looking at it with honest eyes. You're not really being honest with yourself. You're making a decision that makes you feel like balance. And that's the good thing and the bad thing about Libra, is that I need balance, and I will do whatever I have to do in order to balance everything, even if it means lying to myself. That can be the bad part of it, right? Tell me what the Tower brings. Yep. This person's coming in after healing for a little while. They may have not spoken with you for a few weeks. The Lovers is here. We've got Gemini energy, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. The Tower falls. This person, you get your justice. This person comes in and they ask you if you want to go out, and all that stuff is going to ensue, but you do not trust them. You want to try and see it from their side. They're going to want you to begin again with them, and you're going to have to take an educated look slowly at all of this. Look at it with your gut, look at it with your eyes, look at it with your third eye. Decide whether or not you want to make this sacrifice, because it will be. Being in a relationship can be sacrifice. It means that you're never going to be able to make a decision on your own again, because you've got another person to consider. And that's not a terrible thing, but for some people it could be. So for some of you, I think you're going to sacrifice this new beginning because you don't really trust this person. It's going to be a matter of growing with them and trusting them. You know better. You're the Empress. Yeah, I think you're going to move on from here because you're too confident to be with someone who's not going to be on the up and up. You're ready to change your life. Your gut is saying, look, there's life-changing things coming. You don't need to be playing around with this stuff. I think that you know that you're the one with all the aces in hand, and it's time to move along. Maybe this person deserves to stay in the friend zone. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let that go right there. Thank you, Pisces, so much for coming here and watching. I'll be back, because I'm always back. I'll be back for a reading for you for the week ahead. Love you guys. Thanks, Pisces. I'm up for now. Bye-bye.